And protesters taking to downtown Grand Rapids yesterday, and our cameras caught this touching exchange between one woman and law enforcement.
Yeah, we are starting to see this all over the country right now. Annie Satowski spoke with that woman today about the moment and the Sheriff's Department about the impact this movement is having on them. Annie?
Yeah, guys, that moment you're talking about happened right here at the corner of Fulton and Division, right outside the Children's Museum. We saw that woman who asked us not to identify her today kneeling with that sheriff's deputy and that officer. She says that she is taking a stand for her family, and she hopes that police officers will do the same with her.
Show us that we matter!
Protesters standing toe-to-toe with the National Guard Monday evening in downtown Grand Rapids.
It's time for us all to come together as a community and as American citizens.
Just up Fulton Street on the other end of the blockade, though.
It was easier to approach them on that side, obviously because there was a less crowd.
This woman here, seen in kneeling with the deputy and officer.
He told me that he was with me. He told me that he was with us and he understood. And I appreciate that. But I wanted him to turn around to those other police officers and have them sit with us, have them show that they're united with us.
She says the moment was a good one, but wishes more would have joined in.
Too proud to stand with the people that they're sworn to protect. Too proud to show respect and unity. It's heartbreaking.
It's all an emotional time for law enforcement, too.
We're tired, but we're dedicated to supporting the community and the safety concerns of the community, but also the move forward.
Kent County Sheriff Michelle LaJoy Young says the weight of this moment is not lost on her deputies.
It's certainly a very difficult time to just even watch in our own community people hurting and people struggling with the concepts of social injustice.
She says she hears what protesters are saying about the message officers wearing riot gear sends, but wants them to understand officers have to be prepared for every situation.
You're looking at an officer that's fully geared up for an entire day, and he looks off-putting by the uniform and by the equipment. But on the same token, if that officer doesn't have the equipment that they need available to them on their hand, then the next moment somebody could be at severe personal risk and they don't have the resources to help.
LaJoy Young says all law enforcement is eager to make meaningful progress. The conversation just needs to happen in a different setting.
When we get to a point where we're talking again about it instead of screaming at each other, that's when we really make the best progress.
And for this woman, that means accountability. And perhaps this is all a promising start.
To me, it was touching because not all officers are bad, not all police are bad. And we know that, we understand that. But we're in a situation where we have to weigh not all cops are bad cops versus until good cops hold bad cops responsible, then there are no good cops.
Now we are told there is another planned protest tomorrow afternoon right outside GRPD's headquarters. It's going to be a silent protest. There's going to be kneeling for 9 minutes. And Police Chief Eric Payne did say that he is going to be, quote, at the front of that charge. He is going to be out there with them. He said the reason that he did not cross that line as protesters were asking him to do yesterday was simply because they had reached out to the group. The group did not respond back and they had not been able to work together on that protest. He says that is a different case tomorrow. So GRPD will be out there with those protesters. Live in downtown Grand Rapids, Annie Satowski, Fox 17 News.